Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, everybody, to the dungeon. We are live on YouTube, Twitter, and I got Max with me, bro.
What's up, man?
What's going on, dog?
Oh,
I mean, don't pound my fist too hard. My finger's still fucked up. But
you'll notice one hasn't added any more yos because the Raiders haven't won a game since I called them out, dog. Honestly, you should take away a yo.
Come on, dog. But look, enough football.
I know.
Enough football. We're here for basketball. That's why you guys clicked on this video. Sorry we're late. We're trying to get some stuff set up. We're trying to get some gameplay for you guys, man. We're big gamers, and we just bought a capture card. We're trying to figure it out last minute, but didn't really work out. It was gonna be laggy for you guys. So
why don't you just tell them our bank accounts too? Why are you telling them all the info?
I mean, come on, we late. We late. That's
no, just say F technology. That's what we usually say, ain't it? Come on, dog.
Oh my goodness. But look, we appreciate everyone who's here. Welcome, Few Takes. Few Takes is a big basketball dude. I know he does football too, but he's in the stream. Welcome to the stream, bro. So today, Western Conference teams. All right. Let's hit our intro, bro.
Yeah, hit it. Let's go.
Low key, Max, it just got a different feel in the dungeon.
I know, bro. I mean, honestly, I feel a little rusty. I don't know what to do.
Don't you feel like the lights on you though?
Yeah, I feel like, even though I got this dude to my left, man, I feel like everyone looking at me now. Got my new shirt on. I feel good.
Well, look, we're gonna be doing over-unders, predictions, thoughts, all the way around, bro, for every single team. We're gonna do West today, and East will drop tomorrow. We're not sure if we're gonna do live or not. We'll probably won't do live, but we'll record it today and it'll drop tomorrow. All right. Let's start off with a banger.
Can I preference everything?
Yeah.
If you're a bad team, don't expect us to spend a whole hour on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is gonna be a long one regardless.
Not to be mean, but let's go.
Yeah. All right. First off, Lakers, we got to start off with them, bro. Look, their over-under is 52.5. Let's just go over some of the things that they did. Of course, traded for Russell Westbrook.
Oh, yeah. How could we forget my favorite Laker of recent memory?
So, look, this team is it's revamped. There's only 3 Lakers from last year. That's Talen Horton-Tucker, LeBron, Anthony Davis. Everyone else is new. Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn, Rajon Rondo, Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, Kent Bazemore, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, and DeAndre Jordan. Look, Max, if this team was 2010, we win the championship.
Oh my God. What would we do? If this was 2010, we'd probably put AD at the 3.
Yeah.
Dwight at the 5, DeAndre at the 4.
Oh my goodness, man. So look, thoughts on the Lakers, Max?
I think the biggest thing is how are they going to approach the regular season? I mean, we can tie that into the picking the over the under 52.5 wins. If this is like a team in its prime, you're like, wow, they're going to get like 65 wins. But how many games is LeBron going to miss? I'd say he's going to at least miss 10 games for rest and BS injuries. AD, how many times is he going to fall before they he needs to rest because he bruised his butt? And Russell Westbrook, man, like how many of these guys can you rely on to play every night? And I feel like the Lakers don't care about the regular season. Last year, we didn't care at all about it.
Well, LeBron's been notorious for not caring about the regular season, but I think that's a big part of Westbrook. Westbrook is one of those guys where he doesn't really take nights off. He's always energetic, and I think that's going to really help the Lakers in the regular season. Now, just because I think they're going to be a good regular season team doesn't mean they're going to win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
There, you have the Utah Jazz last year. Like, you can have a good regular season. what comes down to this team for a championship is to see how they play in the postseason. Obviously,
Yeah.
What are they going to do with AD, health wise, all this and that? I mean, we haven't even mentioned the old part.
Yeah, no, that's what I think that goes into the records of an 82 game season. It's Carmelo's 37, LeBron's 38, AD's 30 or 29, whatever. Russell Westbrook's no spring chicken. Rondo, Ellington, Monk. We have some young talent on this team, but I feel like they're just trying to like kind of sort of like they're trying to like build up Monk and Nunn.
Yeah,
and maybe flip them for something. We didn't mention Trevor Reeves is already out 2 months.
Taylor Horn Tucker's out.
Yeah, what did he do? He busted his hand, right?
Something with his finger, hand.
some BS. I don't have a lot of faith in this team as of right now because I haven't seen it. I know we're going to be good, but to win a championship, that's what I'm with you. I don't have a lot of faith in that.
Yeah, championship we're definitely going to have to wait. But
how much 5 does AD play? Like I feel like I know there's this big talk with LeBron and AD. AD's going to play the 5, LeBron's going to play the 4, but we got Dwight and DeAndre, and when we won the chip, AD played the 5 only in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's all he ever played.
Well,
and in the playoffs, it's going to expand, no doubt. But I'm saying in the regular season, how much 5 do you expect to see AD play?
I think in the playoffs a lot, but I think it's obvious. It's obvious that he's not going to play the 5 in the regular season. Dwight Howard is Dwight Howard from the year we won the championship. Obviously, they brought him back. And DeAndre Jordan's playing the JaVale McGee role.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's going to be. DeAndre's going to start, most likely, with AD.
Dwight's
LeBron.
still good off the bench. I think Dwight has something left in the tank.
Yeah.
He's just a goon. He just goes out there.
He's a serviceable
better
center.
Than Drummond?
Yes.
No doubt.
Yeah, Drummond looks fat this year.
Little husky boy.
Yeah, he's
zigging when everyone's zagging.
But you look at this, Russell Westbrook's going to start. Like, who's going to start at the 2? I'm convinced it's going to be Bazemore.
I'm convinced the shooter. Any type of shooter.
Yeah. Because I don't think it's going to be Malik Monk. Because as far as the young guys go, the guys who are going to have to prove it is going to be guys like Kendrick Nunn and Malik Monk.
I don't think
that's really it.
I don't think Nunn has to prove it. I think Nunn's going to have a role on this team.
Really?
Because we gave him the mid-level exception. I think there's a role when you give that guy that contract.
Yeah.
Monk is a veteran minimum, so let's just see what he does.
Right.
And Horton Tucker's going to get minutes when he's healthy. He played last year. He's been good for us.
Because, look, everyone says Rondo usually doesn't work. But with the Lakers, it worked. It was one of the few instances where his personality, his mindset, all of that tied into LeBron's philosophy and worked. He played his best. He had his role. What Rondo are we going to get? Are we just banking on, he's going to be that Laker Rondo? Because I don't know. He's so all over the fucking place.
I think the Hawks Rondo, everyone was like, oh, they messed up. And then Clippers, I was like, really like that move for the Clippers. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe we're just overthinking it. We have 3 of the best 30 players and 2, you could say, are top 10. I don't know where Russ falls, so I'm just going to say he's a top 50 player. We have 2 top 10 players and a top 50 player. I feel like that maybe we're overthinking it. Maybe all this shit works in the regular season.
I think the theme, though, Max, that we're going to notice with the West, it's kind of weak.
I agree, 100%.
It's kind of weak. That's playing the Lakers' favor.
And we're going to talk about it. I think the Warriors are a wild card. Phoenix is going to be interesting to talk about.
Phoenix is probably the most interesting team because, they're bringing back the same cast, essentially. But everyone else in the West, this year is a wash. It's so many question marks. And as far as talent-wise, I think the Lakers are just far and beyond any team in the West. In the East is a different conversation. Yeah. But in the West specifically, you got Denver, no Jamal Murray. You got the Clippers, no Kawhi Leonard for this year, as far as we know. Like, those are the 2 players in the West. Those are ballers. And the Utah Jazz, like, can we trust them? Like, what have they shown us that we can trust them in the postseason?
You can't trust
them. The most reliable thing that we have is LeBron. And so I know me and you are skeptical of this team, but as far as the regular season goes, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I think the Lakers are going to finish off with probably the best record in the West.
But the question is, do you think they're going to coast? Do you think it's going to be like do you think it's going to be like the year we won, where it seemed like every game we were out to show we were the best team in the West?
I think so. With Russell Westbrook aboard, I think that's going to change stuff. It's going to be those nights where you're playing Sacramento. Sacramento might be a little bit better. Let's say the Pelicans without Zion because he's going to be hurt probably. Playing New Orleans on a back-to-back night, Russell Westbrook's going to bring the energy. He's probably going to get you a triple-double, and you're going to win that game.
So can't wait to talk about him. So I'm going to go with the over. I think 52 wins is pretty low.
So look, I wanted to make this a game.
Oh, okay. What's up?
If you want to bring up another document so you can write it down, type it.
I'm tracking.
Yeah, so track it down. We'll do it like this. We'll pick the over-under. You get 1 point for that if we get it right.
Okay.
And if you put it down as a lock, you can get an extra point, or you don't get credit at all.
I get
it?
Yeah.
So make sure we'll do the locks at the end.
How many locks do we get?
Unlimited amount.
No, you gotta have a limit. Because I'm just gonna lock every team because that's how confident I am. I'm gonna be like, lock.
Okay, fine.
Three locks.
No, you get 5 locks.
5 locks. Okay, that's okay. That's a third of the teams.
So we'll do the locks at the end. But right now, me and you are both over.
Okay. Got it. I wrote it down.
Any other thoughts on the Lakers?
I think people are gonna be surprised by how Frank Vogel always gets guys to buy in on the defense end. Because I thought last year we were good on defense, even with guys who you wouldn't say are good defenders. So I think that'll be a surprise to some people.
I mean, that's another thing. You brought up Vogel. How is he going to – this is a completely new team. And it's all veterans. So it's just weird, man.
I think the age is going to be good in the postseason. It might be there might be like a couple of weeks where it looks bad in the regular season.
Yeah.
Like they're tired and they're just trying to.
Both of us have this thought in our head just because we're Laker fans, and maybe it's because our football teams kind of suck. So like,
hey.
But look, our football teams kind of suck. So we have that back thought, like we're always thinking the worst, like kind of negative.
Yeah, no.
And the negative side of me is we're too old. Frank Vogel has way too many characters on this team.
Oh, not more than last year?
I don't think so.
Drummond's a character because he's just a crybaby. Who else did we have? We had Montrez, who's a kind of a fiery person.
I don't think so.
Schroeder?
Yeah, but these are veterans, though.
That's why I kind of like him more. They know they're all there because they know what they're going to do. Like Schroeder was playing for a contract; he wasn't there to win a championship.
It's easy. I think it's
Montrez,
easy.
same thing.
I think the simple answer, what people will say is, they have LeBron. Follow LeBron's protocol.
I mean, we got to also factor in LeBron is not the youngest of characters.
Hey, scoring 30 in the Are you concerned at all in the preseason? They're winless in the preseason.
To quote one, the Detroit Lions went 4-0 in the preseason and lost every freaking game. So I don't give a shit about preseason.
Lions got enough to worry about. But look, I'm over on the Lakers. Okay. I'll see by the end of the podcast if I pick them as a lock. I'm thinking about it, but definitely gonna be a talking point all season. Okay.
You want to stay in LA for the next team?
Yeah.
You want to go to our little brother? Little bro?
Are they a little brother this year?
Oh my God. If they're trying to leave the Staples Center, they're little brothers.
So let's go.
Oh my God. You got a picture of Terrence Mann?
Yeah.
Not Kawhi?
Not Kawhi.
Because he's not going to be there.
He's not going to be there.
Okay.
I have Kawhi and I have Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann tore it up last season, and that
got a bag.
Look,
got a little bag.
This brings me to this. I put I'm already forgetting his name. I'm so sorry.
Who?
Terrence Mann.
Oh.
I put Terrence Mann on there because I think he's one of the most important pieces of this Clipper team. And if the Clippers want to do anything with Kawhi or Paul George, whether it's at the end of the season or next season, Terrence Mann is going to have to be the guy, that third option. Who is it going to be?
I got Reggie.
You got Reggie Jackson.
Reggie.
I'm banging on the young player. Reggie Jackson is...
I feel like he's a good fifth option.
Schmurda. Like...
What's wrong with Reggie? I mean, like playoff Reggie.
Reggie's amazing.
So do you think playoff Reggie's going to translate to regular season Reggie? I feel like I feel like he will because there's no Kawhi and you still have Morris, who's kind of like fun in the regular season, like he's untrustworthy in the postseason. Yeah, but he's
my main thing is I can't trust Reggie Jackson, and I can't put a future in Reggie Jackson.
Well, how much do you trust Paul George? Do you think Paul George gets this team? Are they a lock to make the playoffs for you?
No, they're not.
So you have that little faith in Paul George.
Look. I'm going to say this about Paul George.
If you have a what percentage is Paul George in? Like top 20, top 30, top 40? Just tell me where he is for you.
He's top 15.
So you're telling me you have a top 15 guy in a weak conference and you can't make the playoffs?
I'm skeptical about it. What about you?
I think they'll make the play-in game, but I don't know about.
Well, their over-under is 45.5. I think
tough.
that's high.
Why is that high? They won 47 games last year. I know they had Kawhi, but he was gone for stretches. Paul George was gone for stretches.
Yeah.
They're gonna feast on some teams. I think that's right around where I'd have them 45.5 wins.
If you can pick even, you'll pick even.
I'll pick 45 right on the dot. So I guess that's under. This is a lost year for them if Kawhi doesn't come back, and I doubt he comes back because why would you risk a torn ACL and trying to push him back for what?
I guess I'm looking at more of the bigger picture, Max. And Terrence Mann is just he's gonna be a selling point if he winds up being good.
I feel like this season I would try to get Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard, anyone who's young on this team to look good. Because then you just start packaging them up for that next star.
Exactly. But
Zubac, make him look like a 30-a-game scorer.
Not even packaging for a next star, telling Paul George, Paul George is signed. It doesn't really matter about Paul George. Kawhi Leonard, he's the guy I want to convince. If you're Kawhi, and I'm telling you, hey, Kawhi, we got Reggie Jackson and Paul George. You're going to look at me
Paul
fucking
George
crazy.
is his boy, though. And they got him for 3 more years.
Okay, take off Paul George. Who the fuck else we got?
Yeah, Morris, I guess. I don't really know. I know. I'm saying it's not the greatest roster. Okay. I understand where you're going
change that thought. Let's change that thought. We got Terrence Mann and Luke Kennard. I know it sounds fucking stupid right now but if they
Luke Kennard wasn't even playing in the postseason until Kawhi got hurt.
Exactly.
So, and I like Luke Kennard, and they just gave him a bag.
Right. And Terrence Mann is a young dude
that can emerge. They got Justice Winslow. They got Eric Bledsoe. Maybe Eric Bledsoe can bring
Winslow
back.
Ain't doing shit.
No, he can't even stay healthy. I mean, I like the wild card of it. Like, he might give you something.
And I guess that brings up what's Terrence Mann's ceiling?
3-and-D. That's it. He's just going to be a solid 3-and-D. He's not no star.
Is he capable of being the third guy?
No. He like a role player.
Okay.
He a role player.
So that fucks up my whole analogy.
I would go with it, yeah. That's just what I think. I mean, if you think he can
I don't think so. I think he can.
Are you taking in 150-point game in the playoffs like a little too far?
No. I don't think he's going to be a guy that's like a superstar. Of course not.
So what's the third? Like, if Terrence Mann's your third option, do you think your team sucks?
Right now, yeah.
No.
I'm saying if I get a fully developed
there's a Terrence Mann leap incoming.
Yes. If the Clippers want to sign Kawhi, they need a hope. Terrence Mann becomes...
They already have Kawhi for 3 more years. They got him locked in.
Bro, he can easily ask for a trade. That shit don't matter. Come on, Max. People sign 5-year maxes.
Do you think Kawhi Leonard is going to be very like forthcoming with his injury update? Or is there like a chance?
That's what I've been hearing.
No, I haven't heard any of that. I'm just saying because I'm thinking about the Spurs and him.
Yeah.
So is there like a divorce incoming? Because they're like, hey, how's your knee, Kawhi? And he's like, yeah, great.
I heard he's been transparent. I fucking hope so.
I don't know, man. I don't want to say anything about Kawhi Leonard because last time he had a little quad injury, it was like the end of the world.
Look, I think it's scary for the Clippers, man. And look, whether that means Terrence Mann is the third guy enough to be talented and stay with Kawhi and Paul George, or like you said, Luke Kennard and Terrence Mann, they become good enough to bring in a package for another guy. I think it's going to be important. And if they wind up just going with this Paul George show and everyone else is just like, oh, it's Reggie Jackson one night, it's Terrence Mann another.
Luke Kennard sprinkle.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm scared for the Clippers.
I think they're in a very particular place right now, and they need to figure. I think they just need Kawhi back. That's all they need. I don't really know. This year, you just watch it. I would tank if I were them this year, try to get a high pick, but they don't have any picks. They traded them. So they're kind of they're in a tricky spot. I would just try to build up Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard, and then I would just try to flip them for something.
Yeah. Serge Ibaka is another guy.
He's washed.
Yeah.
Washed Ibaka.
No.
I'd go with the under on this team. No, I'm gonna go over. Actually, I like them. Like I know I just sound like it's a lost year. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go under. I can't. I'm just imagining a Paul George injury. Like one Paul George injury, season's over, right?
Okay. Before I give my over under, I'm gonna say this: Paul George deserves some praise on what he did in the playoffs. Paul George deserved the criticism before that run.
No shit.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That was my curse. I wasn't even trying to curse.
I know, but people act like it's a bad thing to criticize a player when he deserved it.
That's our society, though. You can't criticize nobody. You can't even coach nobody no more.
Look,
You give them a little hard coaching and they cry and moan. It's like, who's the coach who called them thugs or slugs? Who's that coach? John?
For the Cavs?
Yeah, like that. Come on. That's offensive? It's like, come on. You guys.
And I'm going to say this. Paul George, if we get the Paul George that we've seen late in the playoffs, they're going to be good. They'll be fine, should I say. They'll be fine. Because we gave Paul George his credit.
I think so.
While the playoffs were going, we're like, okay.
I felt bad. Good. Terrence Mann stole his moment, though, in the big game. This is what it comes down to. Paul George, he's played 48 games, 54 games since joining the Clippers. Do you think he's going to play set 82 now? He's 31. He'll be 31 this year.
I mean, last year was a shortened season, though. Wasn't it like 65 games?
It was 70.
70?
He missed 16 games.
Okay. It's not bad, but still not great. Still got to worry about that. I'm going to go over, Max.
You're going over?
I'm going to go over.
You were talking about them like they were awful.
I know. But I like Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann, man. If I got to hear Terrence Mann one more time.
I like Terrence Mann. I'm going to go over. Definitely, spoiler alert, I'm not going to lock this fucking pick.
Yeah, I thought you're so confident, dog.
I am not going to lock
City.
This. Okay, third team. Let's go to the Warriors.
Hey, we're not going to all California right now, dog. We got to work our way out.
All Cali, baby. Warriors. Over under 48.5. That is fucking high. That is high. Okay, look. Obviously. Bring out the obvious. Steph Curry coming back, MVP season last season. Klay Thompson, what's the deal with him, Max?
Be back by January.
So January is the spot.
Yeah, they are targeting Christmas to January. I'm kind of surprised he can't go from day one, but I guess they're just being extra cautious.
Yeah. So couple guys that they have new. They brought back the gang with Andre Iguodala, brought him back. Otto Porter, me and you both love that signing. And a couple of rookies. We all know about Jonathan Kuminga, the project.
We mocked him there, I believe.
Yeah, come on, we did. Kuminga and Moses Moody, a guy who you and Wayne both liked.
I liked him. I didn't love him. I was kind of split on him, and then Wayne kind of like talked me into him.
So look,
and don't forget they got James Wiseman coming back. He was hurt.
Look, I'm so glad you brought that up. Because the same thing, I said this with our NFL preview. When I look at the roster, I look at guys that can make leaps. And the guy that screams off the computer screen, should I say, is James Wiseman when I see that name. I'm like, okay, second-year player. I loved him as a rookie coming out. Me and you are both big fans of him. Let's see if he can improve and be a solid starter and make a leap. I'm not talking about a giant leap, all-star, be that third guy. No, I'm just saying regular leap, get eight boards a game, 11 points, average a double-double at best.
Last year, he had 11.5 points, 5 rebounds, 50% from the field, 30% from three. I thought he was solid. I know there was bad moments in the fourth quarter of games. He's a rookie on a good, kind of on a good team with Draymond there, and it's like a very difficult way to learn how. He had not the easiest environment where they're like, "Hey, we need you to make them. You can make as many bad plays as you want, but just you'll figure it out." It's not like he's on the Wizards.
Yeah.
If they get him, if he gets a 50% leap, I think they're going to be really good. I think they're going to be good regardless. They have a lot of talent on this team,
and look,
and they're well coached, and they have Steph Curry, who's got them 39 and 33 last year.
You see that preseason game? On a side note,
I did see that one.
Looks like he's in
mid-season form.
Yeah,
I would go with that.
Fuck.
I think what's going to happen with this team is, and we also have Draymond Green. We should mention that. I think what's going to happen is they're going to start a little slow. I'd say their first 40 games would be 25 and it'd be 22 and 18. Klay comes back, and if they can get anything that resembles Klay Thompson, they're going to go on a hot run. And that's what I want to talk about just for a second. We kind of mentioned it. Klay Thompson hasn't played in 2 years. He's going to be 31. Did not play injury. Knee did not play Achilles. What can you really expect from the guy? And we've argued about that. We've argued about this so many times, and I was like, you couldn't touch this guy with a 10-foot pole right now. You can't trade anything of value for Klay right now.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't played basketball in 2 years. 31. That's what I'm scared about, man. I just have no inkling of what he could be, and we can't even rule out Wiggins, Moody, and Kuminga for a star.
Yeah.
They got picks come. Like they can make a move. That's what's like important about this team. They can flip something for something. And
look, I know we had a big conversation about this when we are talking about the Blazers, I believe, with Damian Lillard, and we're thinking about some trade packages, and the Warriors came up, and Klay Thompson was one of those guys that came up as, you know, can you trust Klay? You're telling me. The more I thought about it, the more I was going over a lot of these previews and teams. I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Max is right, man. It's been 2 years. We can't just expect he's gonna come back as one of the Splash Brothers, like a great all-star player. Like, you can't assume that.
People always talk about, his game's not based on athleticism. I'm like, it don't matter. When you get that hurt, like, you might not be able to run up and down the court. Like, what's going to happen? What I'm worried about is another injury. I'm not worried about his level of play. I think he'll be good at basketball. I'm saying what happens when he, like, calf strain and he's out for 4 weeks because his, like, body's so messed up because he's not used to it.
No.
I have faith in them bringing him back because they're just a smart team. But 2 years in his prime, they're gone. He hasn't played since he's 28 years old.
No. I mean, what do you see for this team? Do you see playoffs at least?
Yeah, I see a playoff run because I like the addition of Kuminga and Moody. I think Wiseman's going to be better. Like we said, Draymond should be a little better. Wiggins was good for them last year. He got vaccinated. That whole thing is over with.
No. Look, I'm gonna go over. Just to start it off,
I'm going over too.
Yeah, I'm going over for one reason though.
Man,
it's not because of Wiggins. It's not because of Green. It's not because of Wiseman.
Because Wardell.
It's Wardell, man. I think he has this 3-year window, and it started last year, where a great all-time player just has like these 3 prime years where he's just kind of like Kobe-like. You know what I mean? Like, he's just unstoppable scoring the ball.
So you think we both took the over, but I might change it because I'm just like really thinking about it. 48 and 30. They're going to go 48 and 34 basically, or 49 and 33. I think they can get to 50
somebody
wins.
Has to.
I really think they can get to 50 wins. In a 72-game year, they were 39 and 33.
Yeah.
And that's with the COVID crap.
Right.
And their team's not nearly as good. And
right.
I'm going with the over.
You got to go over. And look, there's a lot of other guys that can make a leap besides Wiseman. They really like Jordan Poole.
Yeah, they like him. Juan Toscano, your boy.
Juan Toscano. And look, they have, I think they have the biggest project. Like we said, Kuminga, he's a wild card. So
I think they're gonna start slow. They're gonna figure it out, and they're gonna have a good year.
We haven't even mentioned Steve Kerr.
He's a great coach.
Great coach.
It's kind of been forgotten about because of some like purposeful losing.
And this, like I said, this is going to be the theme of the West, Max. Somebody has to make it. So if you really look at it, like, the Warriors are not as good as, the Nuggets.
I think they're better than the Nuggets.
Right? And the Nuggets are, probably a playoff team without Jamal Murray. The Clippers, like, who do they have? Like I said, the Lakers are the biggest powerhouse, and probably the Suns. I mean, you got to give the Suns their respect. They made the finals. They're probably the top dogs if you really want to go off respect. But it's the Suns and the Lakers. That's it. It's not like how it has been in the past, where the West is just loaded. San Antonio ain't shit. What do the Grizzlies have? Ja Morant and the crew?
Come on. Don't talk about the Grizzlies. I got some Grizzly takes I got to discuss with you, man.
The Pellies? I can't wait till we
lower them into the.
Okay, last thing on the Warriors.
Say what you want.
Any trades?
I said that. I think they can make a trade with Wiggins and Kuminga and Moses Moody, and even throw in Wiseman, get Bradley Beal or some crap.
Man, Bradley Beal gets thrown in so many trades.
Oh, maybe they can go get Cat if they really wanted to. No, stop. Why they got Draymond Green? What's the point? You have a worse version.
Oh man.
You have a different version of Draymond. I shouldn't say a worse version.
So that's one time that I mentioned Ben Simmons. We'll see how many times he gets brought up in the West.
I won't be mentioning him.
I'm gonna mention him. I'm gonna look every team that I think that has a possibility for trading for him. I'm gonna say it. And the
So,
Warriors were one of
are
those
the
teams.
Kings a team that has a possibility of trading
Yes.
for
They could.
What's the package?
Oh man. You know what? Let's stay Cali, baby.
Yeah, we're finished up Cali and we'll bounce.
So we both got over, right?
Yeah, we went over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm marking. Don't worry, I told you I got a mark, bro.
Gotcha.
Have some faith in me.
So
they went 31 and 41 last year, and I was kind of disappointed in my Kings.
Okay, look.
My Kings, the Kings. Excuse me.
Are the crazy fucking stat, bro?
What?
About the Kings?
That they suck?
Yeah, they're just. I thought the Raiders were bad.
No, they definitely are. Don't.
No, I thought the Raiders were bad, Max.
Why are the Kings so much worse than the Raiders,
bro?
The fact Kings have been to the playoffs since like 08.
It's fucking bad. 10 fucking plus years, no playoffs in basketball. How hard is it to make the playoffs in basketball?
I mean, it is, but you got to think. There were points in there, like in those 10 years, where they were purposefully losing.
How many years you got to
purposely lose? Yeah, they're bad, no doubt. But
look at all the draft picks they fucking missed on.
Who's their best player?
De'Aaron Fox.
Okay. Who's the Raiders' best player in the last 10 years?
Khalil Mack.
So, okay, yeah, Khalil Mack's way better than De'Aaron Fox. Okay, yeah, you're right. They suck.
I
was trying to defend them.
Bad, dude.
And look, let's just talk about what they did in the draft. They picked Davion Mitchell. So now they can go De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell. They also got Harrison Barnes, who will play power forward. Marvin Bagley, he's going to be gone this year. I would be very shocked if he stayed in Sacramento. I don't get why they haven't traded him yet. Buddy Hield, he's been in trade talks for the last 3 years. They don't like him. I don't really get what this team's trying to be like. I like Rashawn Holmes, Tristan Thompson's, whatever. I don't see top tier talent. I see like second tier talent. I love De'Aaron Fox as my second best player, but not my first best player.
Yeah, just look, and we're gonna end it on a positive note with the Kings because I think they're gonna be, a little quirky. I want to say you want to hear their draft picks, Max?
And since when?
Let's go. What year you want to start?
Tell me the year, and I'll tell you the draft pick. Let's see how far I can get in this.
Okay, 2009.
2009. Tyreek Evans?
Yes.
Okay.
2010.
Boogie Cousins.
Yep. They also got
Jason Thompson? No.
Hassan Whiteside, but he winded up.
That didn't work out.
Exactly. 2011.
Thomas Robinson?
Bismack Biyombo.
Oh, Bismack. No, they traded him.
Yeah, they traded.
So, who would they get?
2012. 5th overall pick.
Who'd I just say?
This is a fucking bust.
Thomas Robinson.
Yeah, Thomas Robinson. Jeez. Okay.
He dunked the hell out of Dwight in preseason that year, though, I got to say.
2013.
Oh, that's a really bad draft. They drafted someone who had to be a bum.
Your boy.
What position?
Guard.
2013. What school?
Kansas.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
You're taking
Ben
too long.
McLemore.
There you go. Ben McLemore, your boy. I'm just gonna say him, bro, because it's bad.
Don't take it too long.
It's bad. 2014, Nick Stauskas.
Sauce Castillo. Don't forget they took Jimmer somewhere in all these picks.
2015, Willie Cauley-Stein. A solid player in the NBA.
I was hyped I thought Willie Cauley-Stein and DeMarcus were going to be a great front court.
Willie still in the league, but at number 6,
Willie Trill.
Yeah, that's a miss. 20 let's go 2017, Zach Collins. They wound up trading that pick.
Yeah.
2017, De'Aaron Fox hit.
Oh, that's a great hit. That's their best pick in the last however many years.
Marvin Bagley, 2018.
Oh God. Oh no.
And then 2019, they had all second round picks. So it's been bad, bro. It's been terrible.
You know it's bad? Like there were people that teased you. Like Boogie was good, but he's just not impactful. Tyreek Evans good, but not impact. Like they had a lot of good stats, bad teams.
Yeah. So is this the year? Are they going to break it?
This is not the year.
Really?
They have no wings I really like other than Harrison Barnes. Bagley's just I don't know what Bagley's trying to be. If I was the Lakers, I'd trade like a second round pick for Bagley, or I would trade whoever they wanted that wasn't good on my team. I would trade THT for Bagley. I think I have that much faith in Bagley being good for the Lakers.
Really?
Because we need more wings, and he's like a really fun wing to have. We don't need guards.
To me,
maybe
Marvin
not
Bagley's.
THT. I don't know.
To me, Marvin Bagley's
He's
ceiling is like an athletic Tristan Thompson.
It's because they're both lefties or what?
No, I mean they're both just they can get boards.
Do you know how tall Marvin Bagley is?
What?
I'm asking. Like, what are you gonna guess?
I'm gonna say 6'7".
He's like, yeah. Remember when he was drafted? Like 6'11".
Yeah.
Look. There's a 6'11". Now he's 6'8".
Bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I think Tristan Thompson's like 6'9".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He'll play small ball 5. I wouldn't mind Marvin Bagley small ball 5.
That's what I'm saying. Just one of those.
Yeah, let me take that back. I would not trade THT because we have AD. We don't need Bagley at all. I like Bagley though. I just feel like you get drafted to the Kings, you have to be very good to not be like sucked into the vortex of crap that is the Kings.
I mean, De'Aaron Fox low-key gets sucked into
a little bit. Yeah. Halliburton too is really good, and Davion Mitchell, who we both like, but it's like, what the? You gonna play 3-6-4 guys?
They need and I like the fact that they beat out the Lakers for Buddy Hield with the whole trade package, but I don't like, what does Buddy Hield do for you guys?
Nothing. They shoot under.
They want to go under.
You
talked yourself into under.
No. I was thinking under just because I have no faith in the roster. Like, I like the players, just the roster fit is where I don't like them. Like, bro, if they play any team with a good big, they're gonna lose. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So who are the best bigs in the West? Jokic, AD, Ayton. Gobert doesn't count because he's just whatever. Let's see. Let me look at my notes.
Who else you got? Rockets don't have no one. Mavs don't have no one. Grizz don't have no
Zion.
one.
Just put Zion's big butt. Cat. They just gonna get eaten up by 4 teams just because they got no bit. Like, I like Rashawn Holmes, but you
got to think about the East though too. The East got.
No, I'm just saying because they play the West a lot more.
Yeah.
They only got 30 games against the East.
Oh man, you know what?
They're one more year away, dog. They're one more year and like 2 more players. So? Yeah, I don't like them. You gonna go over? Do it.
The only thing that scares me about the over is low-key Luke Walton.
Yeah, you think Luke Walton's kind of on the choppy? I think if they get off to a slow start, he's gone.
Yes, I thought he should have been gone last year. To be honest.
I feel like a good year for them is 30 wins.
I mean, that's so close to. I mean,
the over/under is good. Good job, Vegas. Y'all got me like right.
Yeah,
there.
Right. Fucking.
Look,
there.
If they go over, they're gonna get 37 or 38. They ain't going over by much.
I'm gonna go over.
Nice. You want to lock that in?
No.
Okay.
We'll see. I'll think about it. Yeah, not in love with the Kings, man. Let's go across from Cali. Just a little bit more ways. Let's go to the
Phoenix
Suns.
I like it.
The Western Conference defending champions. 51.5 wins.
They won 51 games in a 72 game season. I feel like I like that a lot. Chris Paul, I think it comes down to Chris Paul. He's played 70 games the last 2 years.
Had surgery.
He did have surgery. I still feel like he'll be fine.
I mean, they're bringing the same fucking cast.
They got Landry Shamet.
With JaVale McGee.
Landry Shamet, Elfrid Payton.
Maybe. I love the fact that they re-signed Campaign. And I love that Campaign stayed with Phoenix. I think he realized.
This is the best spot for me.
Exactly.
I don't need $20 million. I need $10 million in a really good role.
Right. I love that.
I think they're going to be just as good as last year. Maybe Ayton takes a leap. Like, if you get that playoff Ayton in the regular season, like, I know Chris Paul has a big impact, but I feel like that impact is there. It's kind of woven into the guy. So not necessarily he's as important. Because once he's kind of taught them his ways.
Right.
So now they've taught him the ways. He's just not as important.
I mean, they just have so many guys that showed signs last year in the playoffs that played bigger than what they were.
Payne, there was games where Payne was better than Chris Paul. There was definitely a whole series. Cameron Payne was better against the Lakers than Chris Paul, no doubt.
And so, look, you mentioned Payne, we mentioned Ayton, another 2 guys, especially Bridges. Bridges and Cam Johnson. Bridges, to me, is a dude that can become like an all-star.
Oh, you're crazy.
I think so. With a typical 3-and-D player, I think he can be an all-star. If he gets it together on the offensive end, which he showed signs last year, it's going to be good. That's how confident
he was 42.5% from 3 last year.
That's in the regular season.
So you need 13. He's 13 a game in the regular season. If he takes a little bit of a leap to like 16 or 17, takes a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Plus, he's going to be on a good team.
And he's going to play great defense. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's all you need.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many stars in the West, but the teams are
very
just.
True.
I think Aiden's going to have a good year. I think Aiden's going to.
I mean, two guys that can make first team all defense, Ayton and Bridges.
No doubt. I think Aiden might.
You're going to be a good team.
You know what? I take that back.
Defenders.
I don't think Bridges can make the All-Star team on this team. I feel like Aiden's the next guy up.
Yeah.
Who can make
You're probably right. You're right. First team all defense, though, Bridges?
Yo, probably. He has the potential, no doubt.
Is it potentially two guys that can make first team?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, though. Now I'm thinking AD. AD's probably going to make
Yeah,
first
but
team.
what are the Lakers?
Right.
Are they going to really try?
Right.
Like, I'm going back to Lakers. I don't see that like 2019 year where they were like, we got to show out. Like, because AD had that hunger. I don't know if AD got that hunger again.
So that brings us, let's just go a little bit more further ahead of the regular season. Postseason. That's what it's all about. What do you see postseason wise from this team?
I feel like they're a little bit better. They're like a better version of Utah in the postseason. Like if Utah had Chris Paul, I'd have more faith.
Who really scares them though? Besides
Lakers?
The Lakers.
I think the Nuggets healthy would scare them.
With no Jamal Murray?
I'm saying healthy Nuggets.
I'm talking about teams right now.
No, Jamal Murray will be back for the playoffs.
You think so?
He tore his ACL pretty early in the year.
No.
It's not too bad. I think other than them, I'm not really afraid. Maybe Utah scares them a little bit, but I'm still not freaked out. I think the Phoenix is in a really good spot because they're healthy and there's not a lot of health in the West from certain teams like the Clippers.
So no fluke.
No, they're not a fluke. They just kind of
took advantage of the opportunity.
What's a fluke? Because like you're gonna say the Heat weren't the best team.
I think Utah was a fluke.
What, that they lost?
Yeah.
They Terrence Mann?
Yes.
I think that's a fluke, yeah. But I felt like the Suns would have beat Utah pretty handily.
Yeah. But I'm saying in the regular season, though, like just in general, like them being good.
They're not a fluke. No, they're a good team. They have talent. Well, like, what do you mean by fluke? I've always been confused.
Best team in the league. You're the number one seed. Everyone's talking about you like that.
They weren't the best team.
They were flawed. Like they were a fluke.
Phoenix wasn't a fluke. They just lost to a better team in the Milwaukee Bucks. They weren't a fluke.
I agree.
They got lucky in the injuries with the Lakers because everyone talks about the Lakers were going to go up 3-1 and then AD gets hurt.
Were the Heat a fluke?
No, they just had the best. They literally caught fire at the right time. That's not a fluke. They outplayed those teams. They beat the crap out of Milwaukee.
What's the most recent team that you think is a fluke? Your definition of it.
I feel like you really can't be a fluke in the NBA. Like maybe the 2019 Cavs were a fluke because they literally were one guy.
Yeah.
Maybe the Warriors that won the first championship were a fluke because every team they played was hurt in a sense. But Phoenix was hurt. They played two teams that were hurt.
Yeah.
Who they beat in the Western Conference Finals? Phoenix. The
Denver.
Clippers, right? No, Kawhi.
Kawhi, yeah.
So, I mean, what's a I mean, I feel like Phoenix had a chance to beat them. Like, you can only do what you can do. You can't say, oh, Kawhi's there. Well, it's like, yeah, well, Chris Paul was healthy against the Lakers. Maybe they would have beat the Lakers without a hurt AD.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't really know what a fluke is. Is it a fluke because they might never make the finals again? No, I mean, sometimes there's teams that are really good. Like, was Atlanta Hawks here that got swept by the Cavs a fluke? They were just a good team, and then they just got beat by a better team.
Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh with the fluke.
No,
there were pretenders.
Yeah, there's pretenders. I don't think Phoenix was a pretender.
Gotcha.
I thought the Cleveland team 2019 was pretenders. They were never going to beat the Warriors, just like the Hawks were never going to beat the Cavs that year.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think the Suns are pretenders at all. Man.
Did you think the Heat were pretenders when they lost? Like, because they went like 6 games with the Lakers. They didn't get blown out. They didn't get swept.
I think to a certain degree, yeah. I feel a little bit more pretender with the Heat
than the Suns.
Do
you think it was just because we didn't expect the Heat to get there that year? Like, I feel like if the Heat went there this year, we would have been like, yeah, they were for real.
I felt like what the Heat's success wasn't attainable than what the Suns were doing. I think
the bubble played into it.
The bubble played into it. But I think a lot of their players I don't think they were capable of keeping at that
bubble
pace.
Fraud. Tyler here.
Fraud.
Shout out Jason Tatum.
Yeah, we'll get into Tyler here when we talk about the East. But we're both going over, or are you going under?
Over, no doubt.
Over.
They won that many games in a short year.
Over. Okay. So we got some of these teams done. Let's go through some of these, bad teams. We'll get through them as quick as possible.
What are we at minute-wise? I'm just curious.
44. But it's fine. It's gonna be long.
Yeah, hour and a half. You guys like NBA content, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's just go to Thunder. Let's do it.
Well, you want to go bad.
Yeah, Isaiah, I'm sorry, dog. Y'all suck. You're going to get some first-round picks this year. Don't worry. Derek Favors, you'll probably be able to flip him. How many guys are on this team next year? Shea?
Probably like 4.
Giddey? Poku?
Yeah.
I don't even think Lou Dort's a lock. I feel like Lou Dort, someone was like, I'll give you 2 firsts for Lou Dort. They'll be like, all right, there you go.
No, this team is going to be really bad. Not because they're bad talent-wise, but I think the coaching staff and the front office is set on tanking. They're gonna tank. They have a bunch of first round picks.
They won 22 games last year in 70 games.
Yeah, but low key,
they
tanked. A lot of they tanked hard at the end of the season.
They made up an injury for Shea. So
I love how people are like, "Oh, Shea's not that good. If he was that good, he'll be winning." I'm like, do you not understand? They're purposely trying to lose. What do you not understand? Like, they're starting like fucking trash.
Do you think they'll be the worst team in the West?
No, I think the competitor will be the Rockets. So let's just tie them both in. Thunder and Rockets. Are you going over or under? Let me show the over-under for the Rockets real quick.
I got more faith. Man, I got more faith in the Thunder going over than the Rockets.
So the Rockets are at 27.5.
Look, this is what I think about the Rockets. How young of a team would you say they are? Very young, right?
Yeah, they're probably the youngest, one of the youngest.
John
teams.
Wall, whatever.
I think he's hurt, right?
Yeah, he's hurt, but who cares? Let's just say Kevin Porter, Jalen Green, Jayshawn Tate, Daniel Theis, Christian Wood. When you got young guys like that who are never really lost and they start losing, it can get ugly. I remember we said this when the Lakers went 10-7. I said, we're such a young team, bro. If we have one bad week, it's over for us.
Right. Who's the leader on this team?
John Wall. Feel great about that? Do you like that?
No, not at all. Look, my point is,
to be fair, they had no chance last year because of James Harden. James Harden saw that team would be bad. And you can basically write off Gordon, Wall, and House. They're not going to be on this team next year.
Yeah.
That being said,
Gordon's probably not going to make it through the season on this team.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're gone. 27.5 under.
Under.
Lock. Can I do my lock now?
Yeah, fuck it. Put it in. Just make sure you remember at the end.
I'm writing it down, my guy.
Okay.
What are you going to do? You locking this one down?
No, I'm not going to lock it.
Are Rockets going over under?
Under for both. So I'm going under for the Rockets at 27.5. And I'm going under for OKC, who is 23.5.
I'm going over for OKC.
I think like both of them are going to be the worst teams in the West.
Hold on, let me text Isaiah real quick, bro. Let me just ask him. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
I wonder what he's gonna say for the Thunder, bro.
They're gonna be bad.
All right, we'll go back to the Thunder for me. I got to talk to my source real quick.
Okay.
Do you want to do? Let's go to the Timberwolves. They're gonna be bad.
Really?
That's another. Bad. I gotta go under on the Thunder. I gotta appreciate good texting when I see it. Isaiah's not like you. He responds to me quickly. Shots up, my guy won. I gotta go under. I'm gonna write Isaiah told me to, so I can fucking yell at him when I get it wrong.
So look, we got the Timberwolves. They're at 35.5. It's kind of high. It's kind of high.
What do you mean, kinda?
It's kind of high.
They haven't won. What was the last time they won 30 games?
Is there any faith bone in your body, Max?
There's a little faith. You know why I won?
I mean, the fucking crazy thing is, Max, they have 3 good players.
Do they?
They do.
What is this third?
As much as we fucking hate D'Lo, he's a good player. He's a good player, Max.
They've won since 2014. They've won 16 and 66, 29 and 53.
You know,
31 and 51. They had the Jimmy Butler year. I'm gonna not even say that one because that's BS. 36 and 46. Let's knock off 6 wins because of Butler again. 19 and 45, 23 and 49.
Jeez.
Cat lost the weight, so now he'll be even more durable, right? That's
I
really
seen
what I'm.
that.
Well, no, they're going under.
Hey, look at the picture I got.
Is that what
For
he's
Cat.
getting? Is that what he's getting? Is that what he's getting punked by DeMarcus Cousins?
But look, it's like, I bet you the Timberwolves were listening to us talk about the Kings, and they're like, "Hey, right here, we've been pretty fucking bad. Like, talk about us. We're probably one of the worst franchises.
So I wrote veteran leadership. Are you like convinced Patrick Beverley and Taurean Prince are going to be great leaders?
No.
Do you think?
What the
do you
fuck
think
is
if
Patrick
Jimmy
Beverley gonna tell him?
Do you think Jimmy Butler, if he could barely whip these fools into shape, can like Patrick Beverley can? And they don't have D'Lo when Jimmy Butler was there, so like that's even worse.
Man,
I have a little faith in them for one reason: Anthony Edwards. And maybe if you give me the go ahead, I'll tease something.
Tease it.
We have an Anthony Edwards video dropping. I'm very proud of it. Juan's very proud of it. I'm just going to say right now, I said he was 6'4". I said he was 6'5". I don't know what size he's 6'4.5". F you guys. Don't nitpick that little detail. Football boy is legit. He's the best. I think he has a chance to be the best player on this team. Cat's better than him right now. The gap between him and D'Lo is not that bad, not that big. And I'm going to go with the under for one more reason. D'Lo gets hurt every year. Cat gets hurt a lot. Cat's going to fall on his wrist and break his wrist.
Man, I want to go over bad because I don't think they're going to be terrible. But then
if you go under, you can like root against them actively. And that's like, don't you want to root against D'Lo?
Exactly. But 35.5 is so high.
D'Lo played 42 games last year. How many did Cat play?
Yeah, you're right. I can't because I really do feel like they're going to win about 30-ish games. But 35.
Cat played 50 out of the 72. Cat averaged 24 last year, and they still getting their ass whooped on.
I mean, if Anthony Edwards makes the leap like we're saying he is, like,
but then we're right about our video, which is even better.
Yeah, we're in warp time.
I'm locking this one too, dog.
Wow.
You want to join me?
No, I'm not locking it, but I'm going under.
Okay,
I'll go under. Man,
can we talk about one more?
What about their coach?
Oh, they got a new coach, Chris Finch. Yeah, no, I don't think those. There was talks that like they got the team playing hard. Yeah. But like really? No, I don't. You
know what? They're one of those they're paper champs, bro.
They're not. No, they're not. They're not even good on paper. Stop it.
I think on paper they're good.
Don't give them that much.
They are. They are. They look, if you put them in fucking 2K, they're good.
That's not. I don't co-sign that logic.
They are. Look, D'Angelo Russell's high overall.
Yo, whenever we release our gameplay video, we can just sim their year and see how they do. We'll turn off injuries too. Let's just hit one more bad team, and it's the Spurs.
Okay.
Greg Popovich's last year. Their over/under is 28.5, right? Yeah. Do you have like any faith that Pop's last year? They're like, yeah,
I got Pop right there, man. Look at that look.
I say I got that look.
I didn't know who the fuck to put for them. I fucking Keldon Johnson
because the USA. Yeah, you couldn't put DeJounte Murray.
I'm not a big fan of DeJounte Murray like everyone else.
I like his defense. I don't like much else.
As a player, I like players that can do everything. Like they're good basketball players. He's a one-trick pony, bro. Like, and he's not even that amazing at defense. He's solid.
So Max Crosby ain't a one-trick pony?
No, not at all. Not this year.
Jonathan Abrams not a one-trick pony?
Yeah, he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, your whole team, so don't even hit me with that one-trick pony.
Yeah, but I'm talking basketball.
I like, Dougie McBuckets is the highest paid. I think DeJounte or Dougie B is, or Dougie MD is the highest paid player on their team. I don't know. This team's going to be bad, in my opinion. I know it's Pop's last year, but it's time to get out. Pop, you had an amazing run.
What's their over-under? 28.5?
Yeah, I'm going under. I just don't like the talent. They're talking about trading for Kyrie. I'm like, yeah, it's just what San Antonio fans want, Kyrie.
No, it's bad. I'm going to go under as well.
Are you going to lock anything, or are you going to do all your locks at the end?
I'm going to do all my locks at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like their... Who can take a leap?
No one. I think Keldon maybe, but I don't think like Keldon.
Don't you love how people say he's on Team USA? He's gonna learn something.
Yeah, from all those guys. He's gonna learn how to like bag chicks and stuff, like hanging out with KD and like Katie made him sensitive and stuff.
Let's go to another bad team.
Please pick the Pelicans.
Yes,
please.
Pellies.
They have a new coach, Willie Green. Shout out to him. Sorry, your best player just broke his foot. I don't want to talk about is Zion overweight. I really don't.
Why?
Because I just feel like that fat dead horse has been beaten to the ground. Oh, what are you showing? Are you looking for the Mountain Dew commercial?
I'm looking for the actual picture that he looks overweight.
Did you see the picture I sent you of him in the Mountain Dew commercial?
Yes.
Did you think he looked a little bloated, peckish?
Yeah.
Or are you looking at the one where he's like coming off the podium and he's like this?
I don't know, man.
Homie said, "Come get a plate."
It's bad, bro.
Are you looking for it? Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, see if you can find it. But yeah, Zion. I'm so scared, bro, if I'm a Pelicans fan. What do you do? What the hell do you do? It's so typical New Orleans shit. Their franchise with who is it? Mickey Loomis?
Yeah,
he owns the Saints too.
Yeah.
They're a train wreck, bro. I don't like.
Are you talking about this picture?
No, that's fucking Escalade.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, dude, it's just I don't like the moves that they've been doing. Like they get rid of Lonzo Ball, who me and you both like.
Made a video about him.
Yeah, and
a great video, I might add.
Yeah. What are the pieces that they still have from the AD trade? They have Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart.
Yeah, that's
it. I think Brandon Ingram is who he is. I think he's a.
Do you really like Devontae Graham more than you like Lonzo Ball?
No, not at all.
They got the worst guard from the Hornets. I felt like
I don't like their coach, Willie Green.
I don't really see. I don't feel like you can not like him though.
I don't like.
What's he done? He hasn't even got a chance to shine.
We'll see. Jonas Valanciunas. It's like, oh, we got rid of.
Miley got floor spacing though.
Yeah, we got rid of Steven Adams. Hey, we'll bring Jonas though.
I mean, they got floor space. He can kind of shoot some threes. They have Jackson Hayes, who's making offseason news headlines for just being in bad situations.
39. Oh, look, get to the bottom line. 39.5 wins is their over-under. I'm going under.
Can I lock under?
I'm locking it.
You're doing all yours at the end, my guy. Or are you making an exception?
I'm making an exception because Zion.
He has no timetable.
Okay.
Legit, if I'm a Pelicans fan, if I'm the Pelicans, I'd trade his ass right now.
You'll get so much.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
What?
Unless you trade him to a team he wants to go to, I don't think you can say you get a lot from him. He has a torn meniscus. He's got his foot. And he has one more big injury. So, he's kind of banged up already at 21 years old. And how concerned are you with the weight? That's all I'm going to ask you. 1 out of 10.
I'm pretty concerned, to be honest. Because it looks pretty bad. I want to get a picture. I can't find a picture right now.
You can only find him on Instagram. Yeah. He had the knee injury at Duke. He had the torn meniscus. He had it, I think he broke his hand.
Okay, well, let's put you through the trade machine. What's the best trade offer that you can think of off the top of your head right now? What's a destination? To me,
LA, Clippers, Paul George, Zion, straight up.
Damn. You would do that?
Why not?
God,
now you can sell tickets in Staples Center. Maybe the Knicks, RJ Barrett.
What the hell do the Knicks got to give?
Anything, everything, whatever they want.
So you're in the same predicament.
He wants to go to New York though.
With RJ, you're gonna have to give up RJ.
That's fine.
So you're like, send me to New York to go play with RJ.
No, they'll build a team around. They got Tibbs. Oh my God, Tibbs would be great for Zion.
No, he won't.
How would he be great?
He'll fucking run his ass to the ground.
What does he need?
Probably get his ass in shape.
Look, I'm just saying, you got to get him away from the gumbo.
It's that gumbo, man.
I'm telling, dude, he doesn't look the same, man.
He's such a great player.
I know, he's amazing.
He is amazing.
To quote Pat, Pat calls him FF.
For what?
I can't say it on air, but the first word's fat. You can guess the other word. He's a beast. He's a monster. I love Zion. If he came to the studio, I'd be like, bro, you can sit wherever you want. You can have my seat, dog. It can be the Zion and JuanCast.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's fat. He's a little overweight. That's all I'm saying.
He's out of shape.
I just want him to be healthy, and I think he needs to lose some weight. It's my opinion, man. If he hit me with, look, this is sports science saying I'm a good weight, I'd be like, okay, I believe you. But I just, in my personal opinion, I'm not no expert at weight.
Is anything that you think that Zion will sign this contract?
He has to. He's too many injuries. He has to sign it.
Okay, sign it. Ask for a trade.
Yeah, why not? AD did it. That's all, folks.
What I'm saying. That's all, folks. How bad are the bro? We just fucking went straight ahead at shitty franchises. We went
they might be the worst one. They might be the worst team in the
Timberwolves?
West. They might be the worst team in the West.
Yeah. I believe
if he's out the whole year.
That is so fucking high. 39.5.
Yeah. I don't know if that line shifted since he got hurt, but I'm pretty sure.
Who the fuck else besides Brandon Ingram is gonna score on this team?
Devontae Graham, man.
Yeah, fucking right. Thomas Satoransky? Come on,
Big Sat.
Jackson Hayes took a step back last year. Willie Hernan Gomez?
Yeah, that's Juancho's brother.
Juancho. Fucking trash. They ain't shit without Zion. This team was supposed to be so fun.
It's 38.5 now since he got hurt. But when I did it, it was 39.5.
Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Still going under. Yeah.
Lock that in, baby.
Lock.
All right, let's hit. So how many teams we got left? We got Portland. We have the Jazz. We have the Mavericks. And I think that's it. And Denver. We have Denver too. So we have 5 teams. We have Memphis too. Sorry.
Okay.
We have 5 teams left. I'll double check that. What are we at time-wise?
We're at an hour.
Oh, my God. We're going to be good.
Yeah. So.
And we want to talk about these teams, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, I think Portland will be fast because I got. Let's see.
I really want to talk. Let's start with the Mavs.
All right.
I got the Mavs. The Mavs over-under is 48.5.
Over-under 2 times Jason Kidd asked a waitress to run into them with drinks so he can get an extra timeout. I'm going to go over. Damn it. Lock that. What's their over-under? 48.5. That's right where I'm kind of like, yeah, that seems about right.
Okay.
So what's it come down to for you? Like,
it's Kristaps.
So it's Kristaps. Okay.
It's Kristaps.
It's the Porzingis problem.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to be good? First of all, he doesn't have to be spectacular. He just has to be better than average.
Yeah. Okay. After Kristaps, it's Tim Hardaway.
Tim's been playing good.
He has. Brunson's been good in the regular season. He was shit in the playoffs.
They got Reggie Bullock.
Bullock.
Why you call him Bullock?
Bullock. I just like saying his name like that.
Okay. I like it.
Max Kleber, Dwight Powell.
Secret weapon Boban, who they're starting in Game 7, giving him like 10 post touches.
Willie Trill.
Yeah, he's a bum. I like Willie Trill, but he's just not good.
Okay. So look, the main thing is here, it's Luka or nothing. And surprisingly,
Luka or bust.
I'm going to go over.
He won't be out of shape this year.
Yeah, I'm going to go over. I think Luka is too talented.
Do you think he meshes well with Kidd?
We'll see. I think they need to make a trade, man. They need to get like a point guard in there.
Like who? Why do you? No. What? No. Wait, okay, hold on. Explain first, and I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Why? Because he's the orchestrator, and
you got it, Luka. You need the ball in Luka's hands every second of every possession. There's no one. Who else do you want to give the ball to?
If they have a solid point guard,
like who?
I wouldn't mind.
Like Kemba, come here, and give me 20 real quick.
Not Kemba.
Like whom?
They maybe like a guy like Kyle Lowry. Dragic.
No, that wouldn't help.
Why not Dragic? He's cool. He's a fucking Slovenian, like fucking Luka. You wouldn't fucking mesh well? Give Luka some fucking help, man.
How's that gonna help? I feel like Luka just needs a Klay Thompson type cat. Like a Bradley Beal would be great. Bradley Beal on this team.
What's the package for Bradley Beal?
Timmy, Dwight Powell.
Do they want Kristaps?
I don't think they do. Say him for a reason.
Just for the salary.
Just for the cap. I don't know. Look, this is a hard one. 48 wins. They won 42-30 last year. They lost 4-3 to the Clippers. They should not have lost that series.
For the audience out there, the last time we seen Jason Kidd, it was with the Milwaukee Bucks. He was fucking terrible, but the players fucking liked him. Giannis liked him. I don't know how much Giannis knew about.
Did you hear the story where Larry Sanders said Jason Kidd canceled practice or made them practice on Christmas? He even sent Larry Sanders to the hospital because he threw up so much.
That's fucking crazy.
That's a great coach, ain't it?
Look, I don't know.
I think it'll work out. I think if him and Luka have a good rapport.
Like Luka's a generational player. What is this, his third year?
I know we're not elevator like mechanics or elevator experts. Like LeBron's got to be like the industrial, like fits 15 people in the elevator. Like we can go all the way to the penthouse, no problem. What kind of elevator is Luka? Like, you know, those like crappy elevators like at apartment buildings, and you're like, this thing might crash if like I hit too many buttons. Like, where's Luka in the elevator? Like,
basically one of those elevators that if you jump, it's gonna break down.
You don't think Luka's a LeBron type of, like, by elevator I mean like type of guy that like elevates
teams.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm glad you got the metaphor.
Yeah.
So you're saying
he's the MGM hotel like elevator.
So LeBron's the elevator to like heaven, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like, so how high does that Luka go?
Luka's like, you know, a top hotel in Vegas.
Okay.
You know?
Like,
you get to the
like
penthouse.
Caesar's Palace.
Yeah. Even though Caesar's Palace is kind of weak, but yeah.
Oh, dang, what's wrong with Caesar's Palace? You know, Caesar used to live there? That's what
You're so stupid.
Okay, I know.
But like, I'm going over just simply Luka. You're going under.
40.
Jason, you hate Jason Kidd.
I don't hate Jason Kidd. I just like, I know when he sees the waitress, hit me. Run into me. Oh, no. I think they're going to finish right at 48.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, playoffs wise, I don't know, but I think this team needs to do a trade. Get somebody in there.
Dame?
I think Dame will work.
I don't know why you'd want Dame on this team.
I like Dame. Yeah, I'm going over. Not a lock. Probably not a lock. I'll think about it. But Dallas Mavericks, there you go.
Can we transition to Portland? Because I brought him up.
Yes.
They have a new head coach, Chauncey Billups. Damian Lillard had kind of a weird offseason, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Kind of wants out. Do you think think Dame's going to make it through the season one?
Yeah, and their over-under for the audience is 44 and a half.
That's such a perfect over-under for this sorry-ass team. I'm going to go over just to spoil my pick.
Look, I'm going over as well. Why? I really like this team.
You really like it?
I like it.
I hate it. I think they need to blow this crap up.
Really? Okay, look, as far as the finals go, no, but I think they're going to be better than last year. And they're 42-30 last year. I know it's nothing to rave about. They're 6th in the West. They will probably lose in the first round again.
Maybe like Chauncey Billups just gives them like a spunk, like a little spark. Like,
but you know what? I like the players that they one in particular. I love the Melo out and Larry Nance in.
There you go. Come on, that was what I was gonna say. That's a good move.
I think that's a great move. I love what Larry Nance can bring to this. Larry Nance is a good player. He's just been fucking dying in Cleveland. No one cares about Cleveland. But Larry Nance is fucking solid. He can play defense. He can shoot a little bit of the three. And you can do some stuff with him on offense. Like, he can cut. Like, he's just an all-around just solid player, Max.
I feel like he might play some small ball 5 for them.
Yeah. Look.
I like Larry Nance.
Melo was a big fucking... I'm not saying Melo was great. But I'm saying, like, Melo was important to this team.
You can't talk about our Laker guy like that.
I know, but Melo was important to this team. He was literally the third option at times.
Yeah, it was not. It's
like,
not.
He was due to make important baskets in the fourth. When Melo is your guy, you're not that good of a team.
Especially when he's 37 years old.
Exactly.
Larry Nance shot 36% from 3 last year.
Yeah. Robert Covington, I have hope that he can have a bounce back year. He's been pretty bad since they got him. Norman Powell can score some points. We know CJ and Dame, what they bring to the table.
How tall is Norman Powell? Like 6'4"?
Yeah. He's a low guard.
He's starting at small forward.
Yeah.
That's God.
Look, they're going to be bad on defense. I know this.
I mean, at least they're going all in on, like, let's just score points.
And, you know, Nurkic, he came back in the middle of the season last year because he was hurt. He has a full off season
to get hurt again.
I like the Blazers.
If they trade Dame, huge under.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's out the window. Yeah, but I like this Blazers team. I'm going over, and I'm thinking about it. It's probably going to be one of my locks. to be honest.
Okay, you're supposed to give all your locks at the end.
I know.
Don't break your. You can't keep breaking the.
And like you said, Chauncey Billups. I think I like the relationship that he's gonna have with Lillard potentially.
I feel like you just got off to a rocky start because of all like the backlash.
Yeah. So we'll go from there, man. I like Portland. I think they're for sure gonna make the
Would you
playoffs.
blow it up though? Just like
oh yeah, going for championship. I'm talking regular season.
Yeah, regular season. They'll have
fun. Like I said, postseason.
4 months in, the Portland fans will be like, I think this is the year. Like we're a little different.
I feel bad because going into the playoffs, they're gonna be, hey, watch out for Portland.
No,
Damian Lillard's gonna be like, Dame time, game 1, and wind up losing in game 5, 4-1. That's just the way it is. Let's go Grizzlies. I know you wanted to talk Memphis. Their over under is 41.5. Look, I think the biggest part of their success this year is one guy and one guy only. And I know you're a huge fan of this dude. Ever since I couldn't remember. Jaren Jackson Jr. Now look, you say
he's healthy for a change.
He's healthy. They got rid of your board stealer.
I mean, no, he's still there. The boards will still be stolen from him, man.
Steven Adams.
I don't know why they continue to play him at the 4. Maybe because he can't stay healthy. He's only 22 years old, been in the league 4 years. It's
maybe it's because he brings a little bit more value.
Is there a team in the NBA, if you looked at guys 1 through 15, are as good as the Grizzlies?
No,
they don't have a bad player by my book.
No, you know what? Another team is
who?
I think Atlanta.
Oh, maybe Atlanta.
Atlanta's pretty fucking good.
Obviously, they don't have
the Nets.
Obviously, they don't have the top tier talent. But I'm saying if you looked at each guy, they'd have the best average grade because let's see, DeAndre Jordan's like a -3. Mm-hmm. Xavier Tillman's like a 10, he's like a 10, like 30 out of 100, right?
Yeah,
he's like solid.
No, I feel you, but look,
solid is kind of you don't want to be solid, you want to be good, and I think it comes down to Jaren Jackson being good and John Morant.
Because Dylan Brooks is good.
Dylan Brooks is solid. Desmond Bane is really good.
Yeah.
Up and coming. Zaire Williams, they just drafted, might help this team. They won 38 and 34 last year, and they lost Morant for, I think, 2 months.
Yeah.
So I'm not really – and they didn't have Jaren Jackson the whole year. 41.5 wins, lock it in, over. They play hard. They're well coached. Yeah.
And obviously, talent. I think obviously, though, sorry to cut you off, but obviously –
I cut you off all the time.
Obviously, with injuries, you're going to be scared. But you can say that with every team, Max.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just going to say that. Like, John Morant gets hurt, they're probably going to go under. Obviously.
Maybe.
But I'm going over as well. Or did you say you're going over?
I locked it in.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm going over. I really like Dylan Brooks. And I'm hoping your boy Jaren Jackson comes through, stays healthy, and shows us why he's an emerging player, like you've been saying.
Slow-mo, who's solid.
Yeah.
I like this team, man. Mm-hmm. John Morant can really have a great year.
Yeah.
If he can learn how to shoot threes, that'll be great.
Yeah. And
he had
try not to dunk on the fucking world. Ja.
Why?
Don't dunk on him. Because you get hurt.
He does. I told you, if there's one guy I'm betting on, tears ACL.
He wants to fucking dunk on everyone.
That's okay. You can dunk on the world. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness. Any more thoughts on the Grizzlies?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do as a team. And I believe we have 2 more teams. We have Utah and Denver left. I'm going to double check, but you can pick one of those 2 teams.
You know what? Let's go to the Nuggets, because the Nuggets, to me, one of the most interesting teams in the West. Obviously, Jamal Murray is going to be out for a while. You said he's going to come back later on in the year, you think?
They think so, yeah.
Yeah.
They were 47 and 25, third in the West. Lost to the Suns because Jokic went after Chris Paul and they ejected him. That was pretty fun. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah. I'm going to say this, though. I know Jamal Murray's out. It's not because of Jokic, MVP last year. I think I'm buying the stock of Michael Porter. I think he's going to have a really, really good year. He's going to be the bona fide second guy. And Aaron Gordon, I love the situation that he's in. He doesn't have to be the number 1 guy, obviously.
I mean, he didn't have to be last year, and he still sucked.
He had his moments.
he just
very up and down.
Do you think we're always just going to be like wanting more from Aaron Gordon? Do you think he's just that kind of guy?
I think this year it's going to be different.
Like a whole offseason to learn and
like I think if the Lakers wind up fucking up shit, this is going to be the team either 1 or 2 in the West, in my opinion. That's how much I'm high on Michael Porter Jr.
Wow.
I think he's going to take a major leap. I know I had my criticisms of him in the past.
I think he's just a little too jump shot reliant.
Yeah, he is. He is streaky.
Because you think about how many games have you watched him play? A chunk, right?
Yeah.
How many times do you really see him just like try to get to the hole at will, and it's always like it's going to settle for jumpers. Yeah. But I mean, he shoots the ball amazing. He shoots like 45%.
Like at times he looks like the best player on the Nuggets. Like that's all they have at some points last season. But I really like the Nuggets, man. If it falls all together with Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon being that third option, and then Jokic is solid, man. He's gonna do Jokic things. He's probably one of the most steady players. Mm-hmm. So I'm for sure going over.
I'm with you. I'm riding the over on that one.
Yeah, I really like the Nuggets, man. And we'll see how Jamal looks when he gets back. We'll see where they're at when he gets back. You got to be scared of the Nuggets if they get it all together.
They need health as a team too. They lost Will Barton for so much.
Yeah. Bobo?
No, stop it.
I'm so glad they got rid of Gary Harris. I feel like Gary Harris was just playing minutes because of his fucking contract.
Yeah, he was bad for them.
He was terrible.
I did kind of like RJ Hampton, but he got a better chance to develop.
Yeah.
And we are left with one last team, and we saved the best team in the regular season for the last on here, the Utah Jazz.
Hold on.
They were 52-20 last year, first in the West, and they lost in probably the most heartbreaking way. They still have Mike Conley. They've added only 3 guys that are really important to me. Rudy Gay, Eric Pascal, Hassan Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside makes no sense. What is that? Gobert insurance? Yeah. When Gobert's unplayable, they'll play Hassan Whiteside to be unplayable.
Right.
Over under 52.5. I'm not really sure. They went 52-20 last year. I think they're going to be a really good regular season team. I'm going to lock in the over. I just don't have a lot of faith as this team going forward. They have a Rudy Gobert problem in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Juan. I'll let you take
I'm going over as well. They're a great regular season team. Another year with Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson, amazing off the bench, Spider Mitchell. I mean, you can argue this is one of the teams that match up with the Grizzlies as far as talent, all the way around. You're probably minus Hassan Whiteside because he's probably a fucking 0, but he's probably the worst player on their team.
Oh, dog.
He is.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's the worst player on their team.
I don't understand what he's there for. Like just Gobert insurance?
Yeah, exactly. He's a fucking shittier version of Gobert. It's fucking bad. Look, I'm not buying the Jazz shit this year.
Curse more.
I'm not buying the Jazz shit. I'm not buying your Jazz shit. Okay? I don't want to fucking hear it all year. I don't care how much you fucking praise these dudes. I don't care how much people like Gobert or how good they look or they're the number 1 in the West. It doesn't matter, bro. Come playoff basketball. They don't have the recipe to win series. It's not possible. The way the NBA is played.
Bad when they lost to us Kawhi-less Clippers and the way they lost to Terrence Mann, basically.
Everyone's going to do it. Everyone is going to do it to them. And hopefully they figure it out, but I don't think there is a way to figure it out.
There's a Gobert problem.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people saying he doesn't punish. I mean, I said it. He doesn't punish people. That's part of it. He's bad on defense against smalls. And it's like, you're the best rim protector in basketball. I 100% believe that. I think you make your team good defensively. But when they just stick a guy in the corner and you can't stay by the basket, you have no impact on defense. And I'm not knocking him. It's just a reality, isn't it? It's like, hey, if we have this really good guard and we're playing a team of 5 centers, he's bad defensively. It's like, well, yeah, it's just you get.
Is this a Ben Simmons suitor? I think
they never do it. I'm pretty sure I said that earlier, right? They'll never do it though.
Straight up, you think Philly would do? Not straight up.
Remember, it was
maybe a three-way.
Remember, it was like Gordon Hayward to Philly, Joe Bear to the Hornets, and I think Ben to the Jazz. That's what it would have to be, something like. But I don't think the market for Gobert is big, and he's making a ton of money, way too much money.
Yeah,
They're a good regular season
they
team.
are.
I can't believe the hype till I see them in the playoffs. They're the Bucks of the West, but they're not near. They don't have Giannis.
Exactly. And how far of a leap can I almost said Davion Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell?
I think he's kind of who he is. Maybe he has big moments in the playoffs. He's really good. He's a good top 20 player in basketball.
Like, he can be that guy if he's put in that situation, but
maybe Mike Conley has a better year. He had a good year last year, but he kind of pewtered it as the year went on.
Yeah, I love the team. I hate the philosophy at the end, though. It's the recipe to win in the regular season is very different in the postseason. All that shit gets thrown out the window. You're not playing a series throughout the season like in the postseason.
Yeah.
You know, there's
it's
just certain
like
things.
Playing the Rockets. When you play them in regular, you're like, oh, it's kind of funky. We don't really know what to do because we have one day to prepare. But when you have 4 games,
you got film. You like your matchup. It's just a whole different ballgame.
It's matchups, man.
Yeah,
they match up bad with today's NBA.
Exactly, and they're like me and Max said. That's why we picked the over. They're gonna be a good regular season team, and I'll just tell you guys, like I'm gonna tell everyone this year, pump the brakes. Don't.
Do you think Cat would be better for this team in the playoffs than Gobert?
Yeah, I would love Cat on this team.
I think Gobert gives more regular season value than
than Cat,
but
it's bad.
Yeah, unfortunately. I like the Jazz. I like Quinn Snyder. I like a lot of their players. I love Gobert. I was on Gobert before he was who he was. Right. It's just he's very flawed, man. Everyone shows the clip of Steph Curry crossing him up. He's better than he was, but he's still not good enough. And I don't know. I read a story on The Ringer, and they were talking about how he's too big to fail. I'm like, yeah, I don't believe that crap. You can say it. You can work as hard as you want, bro. You kind of are who you are at this point.
Right.
Maybe he just becomes so good at finishing, he punishes them, but do you really think Gobert's type of guy you give the ball to in the low post, say, go get me 20?
No. And they tried and can't do it.
I'd go with that.
And then he loses his confidence.
Yeah, he does. And I feel like
starts like Boban starts.
Do you think there's a universe, and that's the last thing I'll say. Do you think there's a universe where like they kind of get sour on Gobert and Mitchell? Like they both kind of don't like each other. We've already heard reports of it. And it all comes to a head.
Yeah. I would hope they blow it up.
Wow. I don't want them to blow it up. I want them to win.
I mean, it's kind of like the Portland thing. They're just a Portland on steroids, though.
Like good Portland?
Yeah, they're good Portland.
All right, let me get your locks.
All right. So let's just do a full recap, okay?
Okay. Start up top.
Okay. So
Lakers
52.5.
Over.
I went over.
Clippers.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You gonna lock it in?
I'm locking it.
Wow.
Locking in the Lakers.
Okay.
Who's next?
Clippers. 45.5 wins. I went under. You went over.
No lock.
Okay. Warriors. 48.5 wins. We both went over. Oh, lock.
No lock.
Okay.
No lock.
Sacramento Kings.
What do we go?
36.5. I went under. You went over. You're crazy.
Definitely not a lock.
Okay. Phoenix Suns. Over. I'm locking it in.
Phoenix Suns are locking it.
Yeah.
Wow. 51.5. I said over, right?
Yeah.
I'm locking it.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm locking in. Who's next?
Portland Trailblazers. 44.5 wins. We both went over.
No lock.
Utah Jazz. 52.5. I went over. I locked it in. You went over too.
I'm locking it.
Okay. Just take all my locks, bro.
How many locks? I got 3.
3. Yeah. Dallas Mavericks. 48.5. I went under. You went over.
No lock.
Okay. San Antonio Spurs. 28.5 wins. I went under. You went under.
For the Spurs, 28.5.
Under all the way.
Under, but I'm not locking.
Okay. Then the Rockets. 27.5 wins. I locked it as under.
You went under. It.
Okay. Was that your 4th?
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets, 47.5 wins. We both went over.
I'm locking this one.
Okay, you're done.
Done with all my locks. You got how many more locks?
I think I'm done. New Orleans Pelicans. Under lock. 39.5. That's called easy money right there, boys and girls. Memphis Grizzlies, 41.5 wins.
Grizzlies?
Yeah, 41.5. We both went over. I locked it in. I think I did more than 5. I might have to cut one. I think for the Grizz.
Yeah,
41.5. Yeah, I went over. You went under.
Okay.
Oh, you went over. Sorry. And then for the Timberwolves, we both went under. I locked that in. They were
35.5.
Yeah, and then the Thunder, 23.5. We both went under, but I put Isaiah told me to. So it's really on.
What's your real pick?
I would have went on under too. There's like 5% of me that wants them to go over.
Oh my God. Yeah. OKC was 23.5. There you go, man. Hour and 24 minutes. It was going to be a long one, man. NBA preview, Western Conference edition, over unders. We got them locked in. We got them done. Don't leave me hanging with my fucked up finger. Next up, Eastern Conference. And next up, Anthony Edwards video. We'll find somewhere to throw it in. We'll probably do it Tuesday or Monday. We'll probably do it on the opener. That sounds pretty good. That
sounds good.
Yeah, on the opener of the NBA season. But thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us everywhere, bro. Links are in the description. If not, type in Max&JuanCast. But we're always live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. Anything else, Max?
If you Google Max&JuanCast, it comes up. That's all I'm gonna say. We're that. Look at that, man. Got that right there. We're official, man.
Yes, sir, bro. Look, we appreciate all the love we've been getting, man. Hit the like button. So, comment down below. It helps out. And then if you guys haven't already, subscribe. I mean, that helps out a lot. A view helps, and everything helps, bro. To be honest, we're just trying to grind. We're just trying to do our thing.
Like, you got my stupid picture on. Like, I hate you, bro. I hate you.
But look, we're gonna let you guys go for now.
We'll be back, and we're in person. It's great to have you here, man. It was fun.
Stay tuned to the game film, not the game film, the
gameplay.
All right. If you guys are video game lovers, we'll have a little gameplay in the background. But appreciate you guys rocking with us. Peace.